Namah Shivaya. Okay. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Narayanah Paro Vyaktat Andam Avyakta Sambhavam Andasyantastvime Lokaha Saptadvipa cha Medini. We saw the different reasons in the last verse, which was verse number 4. And what did it say? When does a person become yoga rudha? What is yoga rudha? Established in the knowledge. So there is a difference between, what is the difference between somebody having jnanam and jnana nishtha. So from jnanam to jnana nishtha is the difference between arurukshuhu and arudhaha. So who is arudhaha? The one who is working towards jnana nishtha. So the one who wants jnanam and then jnana nishtha, or who is working towards jnanam only, is called by the Lord as what? As arurukshuhu. Alright. And so now we saw, when does one become from arurukshuhu to arudha? What is the road? What is the road? Give up all sankalpas. Yes. Not just kamas. The kama in the embryo form. So the baby, when it is born, it's called baby. But when it is in the mother's womb, it is called fetus. Different name it has. Same thing here. So the kama, when it is full-fledged, it is called kama. And then when it's an embryonic stage, it is called sankalpa. So sarva kama sannyasi, no. Sarva sankalpa sannyasi yada bhavet tada yogarudha saha uchyate. We saw that. And then we also saw that with regard to what? With regard to the indriyas, object of the indriyas, and with regard to actions propelled by the indriyas. There is no desire. And then we also saw that the kama parityaga is equal to what? Karma parityaga. There is a very wonderful connection. If you give up kama, whatever the kama may be, like so many times the kama doesn't look like anything big. But things that are small also can be dangerous. Like coronavirus. Yeah, very small, very dangerous. So kama tyaga is what? Karma tyaga. Because what precedes karma is what? Kama. Kama is alone that which precedes karma. So kama tyage karma tyagaha. This also we saw. And then he quoted some shrutis. What were the shrutis? Brihadaranyaka shruti, Manusmriti, and our own logical experiences. So what was the Brihadaranyaka shruti? Sa yatha kamo bhavati tat kratur bhavati yat kratur bhavati tat karma kurute. So then we saw the smriti that whenever that karma is done, please know that to be preceded by what? Kama. Ulta. In Manusmriti it was put the other way, but the same meaning. And Nyayacha. Nyaya means in our own buddhi. We have our own brain. What does the brain say? The brain says that if you have, if you are not having sankalpa, will you do any kama? No. Na spanditum shakyate kaschit. So then, there are a pair of verses which should be read together, which should be studied together, because they are both going to give the meanings. And then let us chant those. Uddharedatmanatmanam Redatmanatmanam Natmanamavasadayet Natmanamavasadayet Atmaiva hyatmano bandhuhu Atmaiva ripuratmanaha. Again. Uddharedatmanatmanam Atmanamavasadayet Atmaiva hyatmano bandhuhu Atmaiva ripuratmanaha. Bandhuratmatmanastasya Yenatmaivatmana jitaha Anatmanastu shratrutve Vartetatmaiva shatruvat. Bandhuratmatmanastasya Yenatmaivatmana jitaha Anatmanastu shatrutve Vartetatmaiva shatruvat. Very good. Chanting is improving. Very nice. So, introducing this verse, Adi Shankara says the following. Yada evam yogarudho bhavati. Oh, okay, no bhavati. Yada evam yogarudhaha. Yogarudhaha. Tada tena atma atmana uddhrito bhavati samsarat anarthavratat. Yeah. So, this is the introduction, and as it is in every word of Adi Shankara, in one sentence, 3 pages of information and 3 more pages of implications are packed. Okay. So, starts off simple enough. Yada means evam. In this manner, the one who is working towards jnana nishtha, yada evam yogarudha, tada. So, when one is working towards jnana nishtha, tena atma atmana uddhrito bhavati. Uddhrito bhavati. He is going to explain what is uddhrita, etc. He is just quoting. So, when one is working towards jnana nishtha, then what is assumed? That they have done karma yoga. Assumed, or have they done it or not? Yes, assumed. And that they have sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. Assumed or not? Yes. And that they have done shravanam. Yes or no? Yes. Only after doing shravanam and gaining some jnanam, they are now on the path to making this knowledge their own. They are assimilating this knowledge. First the knowledge is received from the Guru, and then you have to assimilate. Now the shravanam stage, what happens? The student doesn't do anything. Yeah. Alas. The whole job is done by the Guru. Yeah. With great difficulty, the student will drag himself or herself and plonk themselves in the class. That's about it. Yeah. Uske baad, bar bar, lagatar, again and again. The teacher has to do all the unfoldment, everything, every word is explained, and then Bhashya is read, Bhashya is also explained, and then everything, and all inspiring words are given. The teacher is going ra, 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 V for Vedanta, give me a V, give me a E, give me a D. Yeah. The teacher has become what? Cheerleader, rooting for you. Yes, rooting for you, all just for you. Teacher has become your, what is that? The one who pumps you up with the knowledge only to see you being deflated. Doesn't matter, next day, pump up with knowledge, and then again something happened. Oh. Pump you up with knowledge again, and this is what is called 3-month course. Okay, keep pumping, keep pumping. And then not only the teacher is working hard, all your friends are also working hard. Because why? I don't know if I can make it. No, you can make it. You stay with it. Stay with it. Look, see, I'm also having difficulty. See, I'm staying. You should also stay. In fact, you should take the next 3-month course also. Like this, you get some inspiration. And then you go to the temple. Bhagavan is also, unbeknownst to you, invisibly pumping you up. And then you have a lot of props. Just like that, what is that? Like a king, Maharaja. As soon as he comes and sits down, 2-3 pillows this side, 2-3 pillows this side, 1 pillow under here, 1 pillow under there, 4-5 pillows in the back, all these things. And then people are in attendance. What you want, what you want, what you want. Like this, the Vedanta student is during the stage of Shravanam. You don't have to do anything. Just drag yourself to class. Yes. Doesn't matter in what condition. Even in pyjamas, we will accept. Night wear you come. We will say, see, Vedanta teachers are used to expecting very little. Okay? Yeah. Even if you come in night wear, myself and Swamiji will look at each other and say, at least they came. Okay. So this is what is called Shravanam stage. After that what? Now this is Arurukshuhu. So now from Arurukshuhu you have to do Arudha. You have to become Arudha. Now what is happening is that a gradual letting go. So karma is made less, correct? Otherwise, where is the time for Nididhyasana if you are doing Panchamaha Yajna? If you are having a job, if you are doing all these things, there is no possibility at all. So then, what is there? What is there is the ability to reduce. According to the Shastra only, Shastra says you can reduce. You reduce all the Agnihotras and everything. Yeah, Agnihotra, do I do once a week? No. You do certain things, but certain things you can reduce like this. Then, what else do you reduce? Shamadama Uparati, that also you reduce? No, do not reduce that. That you have to increase, not reduce. Karma you can reduce. And then as the karma reduces, the karma becomes a hot spot for interacting with everybody. Correct? It is through giving and receiving. This is adana pradana. What is that called? Vyavahara. Transactions that you talk to people. Correct? So you say, come here, give me this. No, you have this. No, take this, take that. And then, oh, they gave me this, so I should give them something in return. Like this, samsara grows and becomes fat. Okay? Samsara is now very fat. So this is how we contribute towards samsara. Now, if you withdraw from karma like the kurma, Very interesting, yeah. If you withdraw from karma like the kurma of the second chapter and say no thank you to vegetable korma, then what will happen? Uske baad kya hoga? The interactions also become less. You are more with yourself. You are not interested in too much what is happening in this ashram, what is happening in that ashram. Perhaps there is what is that? Perhaps there is instant moksha on the other side of the river. All these, or perhaps I can get moksha through mystical experiences. All that is that those thoughts are reduced, the sankalpas are given up, karma is given up, and then you suddenly find yourself alone. While getting yoga rudhatvam, while from the Shravanam stage I have graduated, everybody graduated from the course, and then what is left? Only me. Nothing to motivate me anymore. No motivation. Nobody says it's 7 o'clock, come for meditation. Then neither is there a guilt. Okay, all 40 of them have gone for meditation. I'm the only one left behind. That guilt is also a motivator. But there is no guilt also. No guilt. Nobody is asking you, are you meditating? Nobody asks. Nobody goes behind somebody and says, are you meditating? Are you living as Brahman? Who will ask? Nobody asks. Then you find yourself in the jiva mode. As long as you were in the ashram, in the Shravanam stage, you were in Ishvara mode. Nothing can touch me. Everything is Atma. All of you are Ishvara. I am Ishvara. Yay, fantastic. And then after that what? Slowly from Brahman mode, one goes down to Jiva mode, Jivik mode, mostly ik, that's why it's called Jivik. Okay, goes to Jiva mode. What is Jiva mode? Same old, same old, same old, same old. Morning, good mood. Afternoon, theek hai, okay mood. Evening, bad mood. Night, sad mood. That's why everyone is mood, ha ha. Too many moods. Yeah, too many moods. Good mood, bad mood, dirty mood, nasty mood. Okay mood, it's all right mood. Apathy mood, this mood, that mood. And then there is nobody to prop you up. You can't say, okay, this mood can only last till 3:45 because I have to go for Sanskrit. There is no such feeling. There is no class. There is no Sanskrit. You have to whip up the energy, you have to whip up the enthusiasm, and you have to whip up everything that it takes to go back from the jiva mode to which you have, we can use the word here, descended, back to Ishvara mode. You have to take yourself back. Like even a rocket, the rocket propulsion, how much to go against gravity. Once it's in orbit, it's fine. It will keep on being there. But to go from here all the way up and to cross the atmosphere and cross the gravitational field, it has to muster a speed of 25,000 miles per hour in a few seconds, within a minute. Not even within a minute, in a few seconds it has to go that fast. That's what is called propulsion. That's why there are so many fuel tanks and so many things, and all of them drop off, and then the rocket itself, once it's in orbit, then it is fine. So the transition from arurukshuhu to arudhaha is somewhat like that kind of a rocket. And where is the fuel coming from? Myself alone. Don't say gas station, no. This is Darshtanta. Fuel is coming from me. I have to propel. Just like a rocket, when it takes off, it doesn't look back. It doesn't look back. Unless there is some malfunction, then everybody is sad. All the scientists who work and NASA people go home and take an aspirin and sleep because they have worked for 3 years to put this rocket into orbit. And then what? Came back. There is some malfunction. But here, generally, a rocket means it will muster that propulsive power and go into orbit. This is what, my dear friends, you have to do, says this verse. Because before, the reason for the study was given by the Guru and given by Sahapathis. Who are Sahapathis? Friends you have made along the way. And then the reason for staying in this knowledge, the Guru cannot give. It has to come from who? Yourself. It has to come from yourself. Guru is somewhere. You have gone back to your place or wherever. You are in your place of operation, wherever you are. And whether the Guru is in this world or not, the Guru is not going to come to the rescue. Why not? Neither will you be the yoga rudha if the Guru keeps pumping you with air, and neither will the Guru be worth calling Guru. What kind of a Guru is a codependent Guru? Keeps on trying to spoon feed? No. The Guru will not only pump you with air during the course of the Shravana, during the course of the study, the Guru will also inspire you how to pump my own air, how to have that propulsion. What is the gas? Shastra is the gas. Shastra is the air with which I have to pump myself repeatedly, and that is what is the gist of this verse. Uddharet. Uddharet must be read as unnayet. Ut plus haret. Take it up. Unnayet. Ut nayet. The haret must be changed into nayet. Lead oneself. Okay. What should be what is in the object case here? Atmanam. Oneself. The translation of this verse will be very funny. What will it say? Lift yourself up, lift the self up by the self. The self is the self's own friend and the self is the self's own enemy. What did you understand? Nothing. Okay. Therefore, a lot of explanation is needed. So, self here means the karya karana sanghata along with the ahankara. Definitely, that is the self here. Uddharet. May one lift oneself up from what? The doldrums of samsara. Because when you are in jiva mode, what happens? Samsara patanam has happened. Fell into samsara. And that's what it was there. In the beginning also I had fallen into samsara. When? As a baby, as soon as I was born, I fell. Oh, they say the baby is caught. Well, the baby may be caught, but it has figuratively fallen into samsara the moment it is born. Like a gulab jamun frying in hot oil. The hot oil is what? Samsara. Frying away. Trahimam, pahimam, help me, take me out of this mess. And the Guru is that spoon with a lot of holes. Yeah. Rescue. In you go in the sweet syrup of the Upanishads. Stay there. In you go. So, along with you, a few other jamuns are also rescued. put in the Shastra to absorb the Shastra. If you eat the gulab jamun as soon as it's put in the sugar syrup, terrible it will taste. It will taste like eating some dough. Not fun. But then you'll put the lid on this, don't look at it, for 8 hours. After that you open the lid and look, all of them have sunk to the floor of the pot and have become fat. Yes, fat with Shastra knowledge. Sweet as the Shastra, with fragrant cardamom powder, saffron powder, sweet and fragrant, and that is what has been done in the Shravanam process. Now, what do you have to do? You have to lift yours, you have to jump out of the oil. Nobody asked you to go back to the hot oil. But then Jiva mode happened. Jiva mode happened because of bad mood, and I find myself forgetting what is Shastra. Where is V for Vedanta? Where is A for Atma? Where is B for Brahman? C for Chit, what is that? This means that I have fallen back into samsara after the Guru has rescued me. Before, okay, this is how I was. Afterwards also there can be an as though relapse. And that must be prevented at all costs. If we are going to make progress on this path, this re-falling, re-patanam, the falling again into the vat of samsara must be prevented at all costs. Why? Adi Shankara will tell us it is full of anartha vrata. We already saw that, but we'll see that again in relation to this verse. Now, then what should I do? I have to have the propulsion power in myself. What grants me the propulsion power is my Shraddha that is kept intact and in fact increased. I kindle the fires of Shraddha, keep on keeping the fires of Shraddha, and the fire of Shraddha will evaporate the doldrum of samsara. The sad waters of samsara will be evaporated by the fire of Shraddha, because the Shraddha alone will take me back from this as though fall into the samsara, back to Brahman, from Jiva mode back to Ishvara mode in my everyday life. But what do I have to do? I have to help myself. I have to have a schedule. I have to meditate. No possibility of becoming yoga rudha without meditation. No possibility. You can kiss that goodbye. Because in meditation one learns to have a say over the ways of the mind, and after a wonderful practice of many years of meditation, even in the non-meditative state, the mind does not go away. The mind won't disappoint. It will remain with you. That is the idea. So one has to have a schedule. It's not like I'm not at the ashram, so I'll get up at noon, just in time for lunch. Yeah. See, I saved making breakfast also. Yes. That cannot be. The same schedule or a similar schedule, maybe exactly not the same, but some similar schedule is followed even when you are not along with other people, even if you are not answerable to the ashram or the guru or the shastra, you are not answerable, but still you make yourself accountable to who? Yourself. Make yourself accountable to yourself. You lead a schedule. You continue with Shravanam, because Shravanam stops the patanam. into samsara again and again. And then that is how you lift yourself up. Why? Because Atma eva Atmanah what? Bandhuhu. Bandhuhu, friend slash relative slash friend. Bandhuhu. You are your best friend. Or if you are not your best friend, what are you? Yes, alas, you are your worst enemy. Choice is yours. Shastra is very, free. Make the choice. Who will say, I want to be my worst enemy? Nobody is going to say that. Nobody in their right mind is going to say, I am going to be my worst enemy. Nobody wants to be their worst enemy. Who wants to be their worst enemy? Nobody. Koi bhi nahi. Everybody wants to be their best friend. And so, Adi Shankara will explain how you two can be your best friend and why you are your own best friend. Why can't other people be your best friend? Other people can be your best friend in all areas except moksha. Yes. Think of any relatives saying to you, please become a sannyasi. Please go get moksha. Nobody will say anything. In any culture. One person was telling me that even though they took up theology study and took up a monastic life in Christianity, the parents were okay. Then the person said, I am studying Hindu scripture. Oh, no. Oh, no. Because even though people are ignorant, they still know. They know the transformative power of this. Oh, so my friends don't want me to be transformed? No. Oh, how sad. Why not? Why my friends don't want me to be transformed? Because when you are transformed, what will you do? You will be there happy by yourself, which means you will not need them as much or at all. When they come to see you and they say, have you missed me? What will you say? You will not say no, because Satyam vada, Priyam vada. You will say philosophically, you are never away from me. You are right here in my heart. But then after a few minutes, you give them prasad. I told you what that means. Correct? So, do they want you to get moksha? No. Do they want you to be yoga rudha? Absolutely not. And the main reason, actually, these are all just superficial reasons. The main reason they don't want you to get moksha is because they also want moksha and they don't know how to get it and they don't think they can get it. So the best thing that they can do is to pull you back. You know these, what are they called? Tarot cards. You know tarot cards? Right? Yeah. And then there is the first card. It is called the Fool. Very interesting. And what is this fool doing? Having a stick. At the end of the stick is one bundle of clothes or whatever. And then carrying that and going on the edge of the wall of the village, jumping off outside. And then what? 4 4 dogs are holding this figure back, catching hold of the dress. One is catching hold of the angavastram and pulling, the other one is catching hold of the dhoti and pulling. The other one is pulling the cape in the middle. The figure is wearing a cape. So this, what everybody considers to be a fool, because why? They are going to go into the unknown. Do you know what moksha is? No, but I have a desire for it. I don't exactly know. So they are willing to make a quantum leap. And the dogs are dogged in not letting them go. Dogs represent bandhus. Dogs also represent the first portion of the 4 Vedas. This is an interfaith explanation of the tarot card. Vedantic explanation. Yeah. So, the dogs represent the karma kanda. Because all the bandhus in the world are what? Karma kandins. They want to have a job. And they not only that, okay, have a job. You want a job, have a job. But what do they want? You to have a job. Yes. We educated you. Didn't we educate you? Yeah, you did. Therefore, get a job. And then what will you say? Why? Well, you should, because that's what everybody does. Look around you. Look before you. Anupashya yatha purve, pratipashya tatha apare. This is why people live. This is what you have to do. What for the job I should have? You ask them. In order to be happy. And then you say, I'm already happy. They don't want to hear that either. You don't know what happiness is. It's like that story that is often told of the fisherman. Fisherman caught 8-10 fish. Okay. 4 for his family and the other 6-7 to sell in the market. Then he said, okay, I'm done. On the seashore, on the beach, was sitting this CEO of one rich company and wearing all the beach paraphernalia, umbrella, chair, hat, one drink. The drink also has its own umbrella. I don't know why, but that's all it is. So, sitting. And he's bored. You know how long he'll sit there. He talks to the fisherman. Hey, what are you doing? I'm off. I'm going home. Going home? It's not even noon. Yeah, exactly. I'll just go to the market, sell the fish for the people who want it for lunch, and then take some to my house and cook it for my family. No. You should work till 5 o'clock. You can't take off work now. Well, what about my lunch? You should bring yesterday's fish and then you should cook that and bring in one dabba and then you take a half an hour lunch break. Why? So that you can catch lots of fish. Why? So that you can tin them. Why would I want to tin fish? So that, I can help you. I have a great export-import company. So I will tin the fish for you. I will find all the canners and everything. And the tinned fish can be exported. Your fish will be famous all over the world. And the fisherman said, that's not my fish. It came from the sea. How can you say it's my fish? No. Once you catch it, it's your fish. And then you will have, then so what, he said. Then you will have lots of profit. You will make a lot of profit. What will I do with that? Then you can take holidays. What's that? See what I'm doing here sitting on the beach. He said, I can do that right now. Without going through this whole rigmarole. Catch more fish, get more stress, and then find one tinning company, get more stress, and then export the fish, get more stress. and find some shippers to ship the fish, get more stress whenever that doesn't come back or something happens or whatever. And then I have to get the stress, and then what I have to do? Get rid of the stress. This is our modern life, so-called contemporary modern life. It is, you can feed yourself straight away like this. It is trying to feed yourself like that. Dravida pranayama. Pranayama you can do straight away, but you go catch the nose like this. I can't do that. You have to have arms like Lord Rama. You have to have arms that reach till the knees. Ajana bahu. So therefore, this is all upside down, and the whole world is upside down. The whole world is first very painstakingly attracting stress, accumulating stress, and the rest of the life trying to get rid of the stress. This is all crazy. So all the bandhus that you can expect to have are of this variety. Therefore, you alone can be the relative for you. You alone can be your best friend. But then, if you don't do this, what happens? One falls into samsara, and the worst inimical tendencies, self-sabotaging tendencies are all what? Are all because of this inability to lift oneself up. Okay? All right. With these words, let us enter into the cool waters of the Bhashya. Uddhrito bhavati yada evam yogarudha tada tena. By this practice, what happens? The yoga rudhatvam, what does it do? It makes you immune to any kind of sorrow. How? Atmana uddhrito bhavati, because the person becomes adept. Adept in what? Lifting oneself up each time samsara attacks. Samsarat anartha vratat. Vrata means a group, a host. Samsarat, fifth case, from samsara, from a whole host of anartha. We saw this. Artha, that which is meaningful. Anartha, useless, meaningless emotions, useless sorrows, useless pains, etc. So, then further, ataha uddharet. Uddharet means what? Samsara sagare nimagnam atmana atmanam tatah ut urdhvam haret uddharet yoga rudhatam apadayet ityarthah. Uddharet means lifting up. Why? Lift up from what? Glub, glub, glub. What is glub, glub, glub? Yeah. Samsara sagara. Sagara means what? Ocean. Which is really a notion. There is no ocean. Ocean is that which reduces the ocean to a notion, is Svatmavidya. That is what it does. And so, this samsara sagara, what is this samsara sagara? Mistaking the notion for ocean. This is samsara sagara. That which is a mere notion, I am finite. Is that the ocean or the notion? Notion. Nobody loves me. Definitely a notion. I am unpopular. Notion. I'll never be a good sadhu. The word sadhu itself means good. Okay? So you don't have to add the word good to that. Notion. I am an idiot. Notion. I am all right, but the rest of the people here are idiots. Notion. Notions about oneself, notions about other jivas, notions about the jagat. Horrible, everything is horrible. Look at the politics, look at the politicians. In every country, all of them are corrupt. Notion. And then everything is bad. Notion. And even about Ishvara, Ishvara, what are you doing? Notion. Why aren't you? You said you are going to take an avatara and come back. And then yada yada hi dharmasya glarir bhavati bharata. Whenever dharma is down, adharma is up, you told that I will become an avatara. And look at dharma. Where is D for dharma? Nowhere you can see dharma. And then, where are you? False promise. Krishna told a lie. He shouldn't have done that. He said he will come back. He has left us all on our own. Notion. Notions about Ishvara that are inimical to oneself. Notions about oneself, notions about the world, individual and God. These are the three bifurcations. So notions attached to all of them one has, and then thereby one grieves. Anishaya shochati muhyamanaha. Which Upanishad? Mundakopanishad. Samane vrikshe purusho nimagnaha. And here also what word is used? Samsara sagare. Exactly. Nimagnaha means from majj, to drown. Majjanti, they drown. Nimagnaha. So, nimagnaha means what? Drowned. If it's drowned and done, okay. That's why I call samsara glub, glub, glub. If I am already drowned in samsara, it cannot hurt me. I have become one with samsara. But it's not drowned, drowning. Majjan, drowning. Go inside. Oh, no, I can't breathe. Oh my God, I'm drowning. Come up for air. And then again something happens. Somebody bobs the head down. Oh, no, can't stand it. Trahimam, pahimam. Up. Elsewhere, Adi Shankara says, Alabuhu iva. Alabuhu means a gourd that is floating in the ocean. Because the gourd, is like that. It doesn't sink. It floats in the ocean. This alabu, like this squash or whatever it is. And then after that, one big wave comes, goes inside, and then the wave recedes, comes up. This is the condition in the notion of some sorrow or the other, which is the definition of samsara. Samsara sagare, what happened to this fellow? Nimagnaha, nimagnam. Atmana, atmanam, tataha, fifth case, from that, tasmat, ut urdhvam haret. Tataha is not fifth case, it's a substitute for fifth case. The suffix is tasil. So, tataha. So then, tataha uddharet. From that, may one bring oneself up. How? Yoga rudhatam apadayet. By gaining quickly yoga rudhatvam. By gaining quickly the assimilation of the knowledge as oneself. So that is the thing. And then a very important caveat is given. na atmanam avasadayet na adhonayet na adhogamayet. Yeah. So, the thing is this, if you think long enough about yourself, sadness will definitely come, because that's a habitual thinking. This is what is called habitual orientation. You keep thinking, and the thinking is out of the same habit. What is the habit? Putting yourself down. Nobody loves me. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough for this knowledge. I'm not good enough for any knowledge. Like I said, I won't be a good sadhu. I won't be a good brahmachari. All these are all notions. But then, if you keep thinking it, it starts to get a reality. Other people's chanting is better than mine. And then what else? Other people's memory is better than mine. Other people's shravanam is better than mine. I am no good. If you start thinking like that, whatever you think, yat bhavitam tad bhavati. Whatever you think becomes a reality. Thoughts have power, you know. Who is thinking? This being blessed by Ishvara. Thoughts have power. No, but then why do we say ke neshitam preshitam patati manaha? How does the mind fall into thoughts? Okay, the first thought, it fell. After that, there is a chain of thoughts connected to that, then connected to that, then connected to that. Each thought is connected to the next. Who made that chain? Myself alone. Now the chain is long enough, unfortunately, to strangulate myself. This is what the problem is. This is really the beauty of the Shastra, the Bhagavad Gita, where self-sabotage is addressed so beautifully. This self-sabotage is the worst enemy of oneself. Avasadanam of the Atma, nobody has to beat you up. Why? Because you are the best person to beat yourself up. So therefore, that softness, that gentleness, that flexibility, one has to maintain. Because otherwise it becomes very alienating. There is some invisible ideal that I am aspiring to. I mean, it's good to have ideals. It's good to say, I would like to know what Pujya Swamiji knows. I would like to be more and more like Pujya Swamiji. It's good to have that ideal. But then you can't become so rigid. If I'm not like Pujya Swamiji, then I'll never become like him. And if you ask Pujya Swamiji, why I'm not like you? Pujya Swamiji will say, that's because I want you to be yourself. I don't want you to be me. I want you to be you fully. And that is being like me. Why? Because it is what? It's not being like somebody. It is imbibing the knowledge in your own way, at your own pace, in your own time. It's okay. It requires a serious self-reflection. What are my talents? What is my capacity? What are my challenges? And the challenges must not be exaggerated. You just are looking at them softly, fondly, dispassionately. And then you are able to assess yourself. And we get a nice teaching from baby Nachiketa. Nachiketa, while being sent to Lord Yama, wonders. He has some self-thought. Bahunamemi prathamaha, bahunamemi madhyamaha, he says. He says, I wonder what Yama wants from me, because among many people, if I am ranked, I will be first, because I am good at many things. He is telling himself. But lest you think he is very insufferably proud, he immediately says, Among some other groups of people, I will come second because they will be better than me. Naturally, in this world, some people are better than me, some people I am better than. But he stops there. He doesn't say, Bahunam emi adhamaha. Among some people, I am the last, I am lost. Nobody was dispatched to Lord Yama, only me. He doesn't cry. Either first or second. It's a dispassionate and a very healthful way of coming to an understanding of oneself. A dispassionate self-reflection and understanding, because of which one is able to do this, not putting oneself down all the time, because putting oneself down is going up and down like the gourd, alabhu, in the ocean of samsara. Atma evahi yasmat atmano bandhuh nahi anyah kaschit bandhuh yah samsara muktaye bhavati. You are all that you got on this path. You are it. For a while, Guru will handhold, Guru will lift you up, other students will lift you up, Shastra also will lift you up. After that, you walk alone. You are it. Therefore, you have to motivate yourself by being your bestest friend. You have to be your best friend. Nobody else can be your friend. Oh, why not? Adi Shankara says, Nahi, not indeed, or he can be taken as Yasmat because Anyaha Kaschit, anybody else, Bandhu. Nobody else can be a Bandhu. Nobody can be a relative. Nobody can be a friend. Why? Because nobody is into moksha from samsara. Even your best friend wants to be in samsara. Even your best buddy wants to drink the waters of samsara and then complain it is salty. Okay. So, even the bandhu, let's not forget, the word bandhu comes from the root verb bandh, to tie up. Need we say anything more? Need we say anything more? Bandhu means what? The one who ties me up with expectations, with obligations, with some, I love you, therefore sit down. These kinds of statements. Who is Bandhu? The one who ties me up, doesn't let me go. And in the beginning, the jiva wants to be tied up. Oh, it feels secure, how nice. Like as soon as a baby is born, you tie it up. Like a little samosa it looks. Yeah. All tied up. What is that called? Swaddling. Swaddling. Because it has come from the safety of the mother's tummy. Not extra space there. No space at all. And then suddenly out in this world, it will feel unsafe. So you cocoon the baby, you wrap it up and cocoon it, and it looks like a little samosa. All right. So, this is how Bandhu is. Just like the mother and father swaddle the baby, all the relatives continue to smother the baby. The mother is one with a S in front of it. Smother. So, they all want things from you. Okay, it doesn't matter, I'll give them whatever they expect. Let me give them, make them happy, no problem. But then they get alarmed, they get upset, they don't want you to go here, they don't want you to go there, they don't want you to do this, they don't want you to do that. Why? All in the name of love. If you love me, you will listen to me. This is some strange connection, I don't know how. If you love me, you will do this. And this is not just in India, this will be there in all parts of the world. That's why Vedanta works, because it is universal. It is not just for people here. It's not just people in Antarctica, somewhere, small group. No, it is universal. Samsara is universal. Trying to pull somebody else also back into samsara when they are trying to swim out of it frantically, like the dogs pulling the person. They say, it's dangerous, come back. And then sadly, one joins the majority. Okay, get a job, all right, because that's what is expected of me. Get married, all right. First baby, Isha. Second baby, Kena. Third baby, Katha. Named after all the Upanishads. I could not study. And on that sad note, we will take ourselves to sleep. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.